Lewis Hamilton is leaving Ferrari. Yes, you might be hearing this news soon because something shady's going on between Hamilton and Ferrari. The 7-time champ's dream move is turning into a nightmare. What's pushing the king of F1 to the exit? Let's dive into the wild conspiracy theories that could end this dream. Before 2025, Lewis Hamilton was untouchable. He has won 7 world titles, tied with Michael Schumacher, and driving so smoothly like he owned every track. He was the king, the guy who made Mercedes look invincible. But then at the end of 2024 season, he shocked the world. Lewis left Mercedes, which was his home for over a decade. He knew it was the time to chase his childhood dream of racing for Ferrari, the chance to grab that 8th title and break history. It was going to be epic. Lewis in red? That was unbelievable. But fast forward to the Hungarian Grand Prix, 14 races into the 2025 season, and it's a straight-up disaster. Lewis isn't just struggling, he's lost. No wins, no podiums. He's stuck in 6th in the drivers' standings, so far behind his teammate Charles Leclerc, who's out there picking poles and fighting for victories. At Hungary, Leclerc took pole, showing the Ferrari SF25 has some serious pace. But Lewis, he bombs out in quarter 2, starting 12th and finishing 12th with no spark. After qualifying, he was on Sky F1, looking like a man who's had enough because he said, "I'm useless, absolutely useless," he said with heavy voice.
Is it your qualifying, your Saturdays, or...?
Yeah, I'm useless. Absolutely useless.
The team's fine look at Charles on pole. They probably need to change drivers.
Get this car in a better position for you.
The team has no problem. You've seen the cars on pole, so we probably need to change driver.
Wait, what? Lewis Hamilton, the guy who's faced every challenge calling himself useless? Then he drops the bomb. There's a lot going on in the background that's not great. Hold up, that's not just frustration, that's a clue that something shady's going on in Ferrari. The F1 world exploded. Fans and random accounts throwing out theories. What's happening at Ferrari? Is Lewis hinting at a betrayal? Is he ready to walk away? The Hungarian Grand Prix wasn't just a bad race, it was the moment his dreams started to crack. Let's break down the conspiracy theories and why Lewis Hamilton might be one step away from leaving Ferrari for good. Conspiracy number 1, Ferrari supporting Leclerc. Here's the biggest theory. Ferrari sabotaging Lewis to support Charles Leclerc. Think about it. The team's main focus is on their homegrown star, the guy they've been grooming since he was a kid in their driver academy. Leclerc's been with Ferrari since 2019, their golden boy, the future of the team. And Lewis? He's the outsider who came in with 7 titles and a big spotlight. In Hungary, something felt fishy. Leclerc ran a different front wing setup in free practice, one that seemed to unlock the car's speed. He takes pole, while Lewis is stuck in the midfield, complaining the car feels off. It's not just Hungary. Look at races like Monaco and Canada, where Leclerc won, and Lewis finished 5th and 7th. The car works for Charles, not Lewis. Could Ferrari be tailoring the SF25 to Leclerc's driving style? Sharp, aggressive, and a pointy front end? But Lewis, he likes a car with a planted rear, something he mastered at Mercedes. But is Ferrari listening to him? Former F1 driver Ralf Schumacher stirred the pot, saying on Sky Germany, "If Lewis keeps underperforming, Ferrari will back Leclerc. It's obvious." Could Ferrari really be icing out a 7-time champ to keep their golden boy happy? It's starting to feel that way, and it's got Lewis looking frustrated. Conspiracy number 2, Mercedes secret meetings. Then there's the weird stuff that went down off the track at Hungary. Ferrari team's boss, Fred Vasseur, and chairman John Elkann were spotted sneaking out of Mercedes's motorhome. Hours later, Mercedes boss Toto Wolff was seen leaving Ferrari's base. What the hell? Here's the theory. Lewis is already planning his escape. Maybe he realized Ferrari is not for him, and he's asking Toto for his old seat. Mercedes has an open spot for 2026, with George Russell leading the team and young gun Kimi Antonelli still unproven. Could Lewis be plotting a comeback to the Silver Arrows? Or maybe it's bigger Ferrari, and Mercedes are talking about 2026, when new engines could shake up the grid. But why would that make Lewis sound so down? It's hard not to wonder if he's feeling pushed out. If Ferrari's already looking past him, maybe he's ready to leave before they make the call. Conspiracy number 3, Ferrari used Lewis for hype. Here's where it gets really wild. What if Ferrari signed Lewis for clout, not championships? Think about it. Ferrari needed a big name to boost their brand after years of struggling. Lewis, with his massive fan base and 7 titles, was the perfect move. When he signed, Ferrari's stock jumped 10% in a day, and the hype was unreal. But But now that the excitement's fading, maybe Ferrari is done with him? They've got Leclerc as their long-term star, and with new rules coming in 2026, maybe they're focused on building a car for him, not Lewis. The SF25 has issues like ride height problems, which costed Leclerc a win in Hungary, and Lewis has been actively complaining about the car's balance. He's been sending documents to Ferrari, begging for changes, but nothing's working. Is the team ignoring him? It feels like Ferrari's happy to let Lewis take the heat for their bad car, while Leclerc racks up points. Maybe Ferrari will let Lewis fail, then boot him for 2026. With his comments about background issues, it's not hard to see why this theory makes sense. Conspiracy number 4. Lewis is getting aged. Not every theory blames Ferrari. What if Lewis, at 40, is just struggling to keep up? He is a legend, no doubt, but F1 is ruthless, and age doesn't matter here. Bernie Ecclestone, the old F1 boss, didn't hold back, saying Lewis looks tired and should retire. Harsh, but there's something to it. Look at races like Austria, where Lewis spun in qualifying, or Silverstone, where he was outpaced by Russell. The car's not great, but is Lewis adapting? Moving to Ferrari was a massive change, leaving behind a Mercedes team that knew his every need. Ferrari's chaotic setup, with its politics and pressure, might be too much. His Hungary statements like, "I'm useless," sounds like a man doubting himself. Is Ferrari's car so bad that it's making a champ look average? If Lewis can't turn it around, he might walk away before Ferrari pushes him out. Conspiracy number 5. Ferrari sticking Lewis with old strategies to boost Leclerc. Here's a wild theory. What if Ferrari's deliberately putting Lewis on outdated race strategies to make sure Leclerc shines in the championship fight? Think about it, Ferrari's desperate for a title, and Leclerc's their best shot. Lewis, with his 7 championships, is a threat to that focus. At Hungary, Leclerc got pole with a sharp setup, while Lewis was left with a strategy that felt off, like they didn't even try. He finished 12th, while Leclerc fought up front. Lewis has been begging for car fixes, sending documents to the team, but it's like they're ignoring him. Maybe they're saving their best strategies for Leclerc to chase the driver's title. It's a crazy thought, but it explains why Lewis looks stuck while his teammates flying. The Hungary downfall. The Hungarian Grand Prix wasn't just a bad race, it was a turning point. Lewis's comments shook the paddock and the conspiracy theories exploded. Then came his cryptic Instagram post, 08.08, with a matchbook burning out. Was it a retirement hint? A team switch announcement? Lewis followed up with a statement saying he'll come back stronger after the summer break. His captions like, "The fight's not over, don't count me out," sounds like the old Lewis, but there's a vibe he's trying to convince himself as much as us. The stats don't lie. After 14 races in 2025, Lewis has 0 podiums, his worst season since 2009. Leclerc has 3 wins and 6 podiums, sitting second in the standings behind Max Verstappen. Ferrari's third in the constructors, but it's Leclerc carrying them. Lewis's best result is a pair of 5ths in Monaco and Canada, and he's been out-qualified by Leclerc 12-2. The gap is real. The summer break is here, and the rumors are only getting louder. Is Lewis meeting with Toto Wolff, plotting a Mercedes return? Is he thinking about retirement, going out as a legend rather than fading in a bad car? Then there's the 2026 angle with new rules, new engines, a fresh start. Ferrari's banking on their new car to dominate, but will Lewis stick around for it? His contract runs through 2026, but F1 contracts get broken all the time. Just look at Daniel Ricciardo or Fernando Alonso. If Lewis feels disrespected, he might leave. The season's been brutal for him. It started with hope in Bahrain, where Lewis finished 5th, but it's been downhill. In Australia, he was out in Q1. In Monaco, a track he owned once, he barely finished in top 10. Silverstone, his home race, finished 15th after a strategy blunder. Leclerc's been the star, grabbing wins in Monaco, Canada, and Austria, while Lewis is stuck in the midfield. The cars has issues with ride height problems and balance troubles, but Leclerc's making it work. Why can't Lewis? Is it the car, the team, or the man himself? Max Verstappen said, "Lewis is a champ, but Ferrari's a tough place." Lando Norris said, "I feel for Lewis, it's not easy. Something's not right, and it's bigger than just a bad weekend." What's really going on in Ferrari? Is Ferrari sabotaging Lewis to keep Leclerc happy? Are they using him for hype while planning to dump him? The truth is, nobody knows yet. But one thing's clear, Lewis Hamilton's Ferrari dream is on life support. Hungary was the wake-up call, and the next few races could decide everything. Will he turn it around and prove the haters wrong? Will he jump ship to Mercedes or another team? Or will he walk away from F1 for good? So what do you think? Is Lewis Hamilton really about to leave Ferrari? Or is this all just drama before a big comeback? The conspiracy theories are wild. Maybe Lewis is just done. Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you're Team Lewis, and smash subscribe for more F1 content, and I'll see you in the next one.